Good to see some friendly names on this list. Thank you for joining us. Welcome everyone to today's digital sales training. My name is Mark Milligan. I'm one of the client success managers here at Audience, formerly known as Aptivata, and we've got a number of fun things to cover today. So I also have my good friend and colleague Ryan answering questions along the way. So please don't hesitate to ask questions. So let's get started, shall we? All right, first and foremost, please take a moment to visit the URL there in blue and enter today's giveaway while I preview today's items. For those that are new, we'll be drawing a completely random attendee at the end of this call. That lucky winner will receive a $100 Amazon gift card, compliments of your favorite digital promotions provider. So just type that URL into your browser and enter the form. Just remember, you must be present to win when we draw the winner. All right, once everyone has had a chance to enter, we'll announce a chance to look into the future, which is an admittedly embellished way of just saying we can start planning ahead. So after that, we can take a look at everyone's favorite holiday giveaway, followed immediately by some free cash to start off the new year. Don't forget about some fun templates that can give you a head start on your very own customized and unique promos. And we'll look at some resources that will help you make it easier to customize your campaign to your sponsors' goals and to your own brand's goals as well. Finally, we'll take a moment to answer any questions that aren't answered along the way. And we'll draw a winner. As I mentioned a moment ago, you must be present to win. All right, that's in the books. Hopefully everybody's had a chance to enter. Ryan also put it in the chat, the link there, in case you in case you haven't had a chance to enter it yet. So check out the chat. Okay, let's get started. To kick things off, please note that our 2023 national campaigns calendar is available on our Idea Studio. Just as a reminder, you'll find a link to our Idea Studio on our homepage, which is audience.io, or also if you're in the dashboard, you'll find a link to the Idea Studio in the chat icon within the dashboard. Or you can just go to ideas.aptivata.com. Yes, that's one domain we're still updating since the rebrand. Nevertheless, hopefully you have it bookmarked in your browser, because that page is all about making your life easier and more successful at the same time. So, and of course, not the least of which of those things include our calendar. So as you can see, we have several nationally hosted campaigns available throughout the year, starting with New Year, New Cash, which we'll be actually previewing next year's today. For our football fans, we have the Big Game contest, where fans try to predict the final score of the NFL Super Bowl game. Well, we're also excited to host our very own our very first choose your own campaign promotion, where you get to come up with really any promotion that works best for your needs. This is where you get to be creative and come up with something that you want to run. We help, of course. It is a national campaign after all, but if anyone out there has ever wished that, oh man, I wish Audience hosted, XYZ type of promotion, well, then this is for you. It can be whatever you need it to be. So we'll be discussing that in more detail as we get closer to it. But if you have any questions on the Choose Your Own Campaign promo, you know what to do. Chat in through the dashboard, email us at support@audience.io. Just hit us up. Then comes bracket season in the spring with our Basketball Mayhem Pick'em, which and that's right before we show our love for our dear moms and dads with our Mother's Day and Father's Day giveaways. Summer Cash is all about boosting those listening numbers through keywords and daily cash giveaways. And of course, back to school is a staple that you never want to miss out on. Next thing you know, we're right back to Pro Football Challenge, which we're in the middle of right now, actually. And of course, our favorite, most heartwarming giveaway of the year, which you know it as, what is it? Yeah, you guessed it, Home for the Holidays. So most of you are quite familiar with this one, but again, for our newer partners, Home for the Holidays is an opportunity for you to offer your audience the chance to win a full year's worth of mortgage or rent payments. Yes, it's true. And really, it seems like every year we end up with a winner who truly needs it. It's always heartwarming. It's always awesome to hear the excitement and joy in that person's voice. Of course, We always share that audio with you, which you can air as is, or splice it to include your own talent's voice or whatever you need to do. As with all of our national campaigns, this is 100% turnkey. It's a 100% turnkey promotion, meaning it's ready to be published from the get-go, no effort or investment needed. So if you just wanted to throw it on your website for the sake of having content without even looking at it and putting absolutely no effort into it at all, by all means, please do. Now, that said, again, as with all of our national campaigns, we highly recommend that you customize it to you or your sponsor's needs. We give you graphics, but you can replace them with your own graphics. We give you a prize, but all national campaigns are even better when you include additional prizes solely for your own local audience. And please, at the very, very minimumist, please customize that form, even if it's just boosting your clients or your own social following. Or better yet, ask some qualifying questions for your sponsors' leads. And most importantly, again, I say most importantly, take advantage of those bonus entries, because I simply can't emphasize it enough. Some of you are probably sick of me hearing it, but that's where all the action happens. Bonus entries are how you get results. Bonus entries are how you make your sponsors happy and coming back for more. Instead of looking for clients, looking for sponsors, and trying to hunt them down and begging them to run a promo with you. No. Bonus entries are how you get them knocking on your door, asking you to run a promotion for them. So Home for the Holidays runs November 1st to December 21st, and then we draw a winner the very next day. Like I said, we share that audio with you as soon as we've talked to them. So last point on here is, though definitely not the least point, note that the sign up closes on October 26th, which is fast approaching. So remember, even if you're just interested in maybe possibly thinking about running it, sign up before the deadline. Don't wait until you've guaranteed a sponsor, because we don't want you to miss out, say the sponsor's dragging their feet or something. Because remember, if for any reason you want to back out at the last minute, that's not a problem. You're never obligated to run one of our nationally hosted campaigns, even if you signed up for it or whatever. But you can always chat in and let us know, you don't need it anymore. And that goes for all of our national campaigns. So if you have any interest at all, just sign up right away. If it sits on your account and doesn't, you never actually publish it, or if you back out, that's fine. But let's just get you on the list before it closes, which is you can sign up for it by filling out the sign up form on our Idea Studio. Again, come back to that Idea Studio at ideas.appdivada.com, or clicking that link on the homepage or within our chat icon. So now, although it is 100% turnkey, and as I mentioned before, we highly recommend that you customize it to your own needs. Yes, we do. In fact, let's look at a case study from just last year. Now, normally, when highlighting a case study, we often show some big elaborate promotion with all these fun twists and a long list of bonus entries and all that success that they had. But I wanted to take just a moment to remind everyone that a promotion doesn't have to be hugely extravagant. It doesn't have to be hugely extravagant to be fun, engaging, unique, and very impressively successful. Case study in point, let's look at our friends at 106.3 KFRX FM from the heart of the U.S., Lincoln, Nebraska. So hopefully they won't mind me giving them a shout out, but this is honestly a great example, specifically because that's not elaborate. Yet it was very successful, simply by making it their own and taking advantage of bonus entries, even if it wasn't a whole lot of them. They gave it a fun name, Rent Refund, which is it's a fun, unique way of thinking of it. Getting all that money that you've earned back to you, rather than just kind of getting free money out of nowhere. It's a fun idea there. So fun way to think about it. And as much as I love our graphics, it's fun to see our clients make their own. This separates them a bit, right? You can see they kept their initial barrier to entry low. It's not a big, long application process to enter the contest. It's just first name, last name, and a phone number. Then most importantly, they added a couple of bonus entry fields in there, right? Social follow buttons for their sponsor, who is Liberty First Credit Union. So as much as we tell you to use those data entry and action fields aplenty, just using a couple is better than none. In this case, it's just a Facebook like button and an Instagram follow button. Doesn't seem like much, right? But au contraire, check this out. Ready? They ultimately had 3,300 individual people enter, largely due to that low barrier to entry and along with, I'm sure, plenty of social and on-air references. But of those 3,300 people, half of them liked their sponsor on Facebook, more than half actually, and a third of them followed on Instagram. More specifically, they got Liberty First over 1,300 new Facebook likes and over 1,000 new Instagram follows. That's over 2,300 new social media followers for Liberty First Credit Union. You think Liberty First is going to be a difficult sell next time? I highly doubt it. So 106.3 KFRX just made their life easier and more successful at the same time without a ton of effort. Now, normally I'd say throw a few more extra, a few more bonus entries or a few more, required fields in there. We're all about collecting that first party data, maybe a zip code or ask whether the person would be interested in refinancing their home within the next couple of months or something. But I mean, all too often I see a completely blank step 3 or nothing but a first and last name being required in step 2. It can't be overstated that there's an innumerable amount of value being left on the table when that's the case. Simply add a couple of bonus entries and make your life easier by making your sponsors pleasantly surprised. Making that sell next time will be a breeze after that. As I'm sure you're already aware, we are all about growing and enriching that first party data, like I just said, but and encouraging valuable actions, like social media follows and stuff. But this case study shows that it doesn't have to be an elaborate, fancy promotion every time. A little bit extra can go a long way. All right, okay. Now here's a case study that's a bit more elaborate, yet undeniably awesome. I can't share all the details here, but the general idea is a great one. It's quite literally a digital angel tree, right? An angel tree where people can pick someone to help out during the holidays off of a tree, and they kind of like claim that person. Well, it's the same thing here. It's just a digital version where visitors can pick a specific underprivileged child to help out for Christmas. They can pick multiple kids if they want, or just one, or whatever they want to do. But this was thrown together at the last minute, so the artwork and design could have probably been a little prettier had there been at least a day of planning. But the way it works is this: visitors can click on a child's name and read a little bit about them, such as like their personality, what grade they're in or their age, and what toy they're hoping to get for Christmas. Once a child has been claimed or quote adopted for Christmas, they're taken off the gallery, and the person who claimed them is automatically sent the details on where to send the toy and a card or whatever it is that they're gonna give to the kid and help make their holiday season special. By the end, I believe every single child was helped, if I remember correctly. As you can see, getting multiple sponsors for this was not a problem whatsoever. I mean, they came running. So I love this one because it's really thinking outside the box. There's no prize, there's no winner in the traditional sense, outside of the children, of course. But this is a perfect example of how customizable the gallery app can be and what cool things can be done with the software with just a touch of creativity. Okay. Speaking of, customizing your stuff, please never forget that you're not limited to our national campaigns, not by a long shot. Honestly, we think of our national campaigns as more of an added bonus to our primary product, which is really all about giving you the power to customize just about anything your wildest promotion dreams could ever hope for. So now that said, we also realize that starting entirely from scratch can be a little difficult at times. So to help grease the wheels, we have several hundred templates available, which include graphics, yes, but more importantly, to help you come up with some unique and custom ideas for your own brand or for your sponsors or whatever. We have several holiday templates from giveaways to galleries to quizzes to polls, from happy holidays to Merry Christmas and on again to New Year's, from movies to gym memberships, from New Year's resolutions to New Year's predictions. We simply have too many templates for anyone to rely solely on national campaigns. And speaking of New Year's campaigns, by the way, remember that your brand's generous giveaways don't end with Home for the Holidays, right? Immediately following that is New Year, New Cash, as you can see. Personally, I can't believe we're already talking about 2023. I'm finally getting used to writing 2022, and we're already about to change it again. But you can help make that fast approaching transition a little easier for your listeners by giving them a chance to win a chunk of free cash to start off the year. This one is pretty straightforward. For those that subscribe to the old adage, cash is king, this is for you. Again, this is all of our national, as with all of our national campaigns, this one is 100% turnkey and 100% customizable at the same time. Just like with home for the holidays. So I won't repeat my whole spiel again, but don't let this one sneak up on you, because this one runs during the first part of next year. The deadline, although that's the case, the deadline is still this year in 2022. So December 28th to be precise. It'll be nice to have an easy one ready and in your pocket for the first of the year. So make sure to get in on this one quick. Again, even if you're not sure if you're going to run it, sign up on our Idea Studio just to be safe. Then have fun with it after that. Add more prizes, come up with your own graphics if you want. And at the very least, though, even if you just don't do anything else, just customize that form and keep those sponsors coming back for more. In fact, you know what? One more thing. I know I've talked about the Idea Studio a lot here, but I almost forgot to mention another important thing. Our Idea Studio isn't just for signing up for national campaigns, okay? Remember that you can download the toolkits for each national contest as well. The toolkits for the New Year, New Cash. You can download the toolkit for Home for the Holidays. The toolkits include, the graphics and stuff, but they also include a unique sales one sheet for the promotion. Like I said, our Idea Studio is all about making your life easier. So if you don't have ideas.aptivada.com bookmarked yet, please take a quick second. Do that now. I'll wait a second. Bookmark ideas.aptivada.com. Okay. Visit it regularly. And another point I have hit very hard today is customizing that promotion. Well, since I'm talking about sales sheets, we also have a general sales sheet available. Which I lovingly refer to as our audience cheat sheet. It not only gives you and your clients a great preview of each of our products, but it also lists all of our form fields. I know I'm always, like I said, I'm always hounding about customizing that entry form, but sometimes it's hard to know what fields are available, or who has time to memorize this list. A lot of times, your clients or your sponsors, they have goals, but they don't think of certain things because they don't know what you can offer them. They don't realize your capabilities, right? So either as required fields or as bonus entries. So this sales sheet allows you to show your clients what options they have available to help create that fully customized form I've been talking about. Whether required fields or bonus entry fields. So if you'd like one of these generic, these general sales sheets, whether for yourself or for maybe for your colleagues or your sales team or whatever, please chat in through the dashboard or email us at support@audience.io. Our live support team can deliver that immediately. All right. Let's just see if there were any questions that still need answering. I think we're good. Thank you, Ryan, for helping out there. I appreciate that. Let's go ahead and draw that winner. Sound good? All right. Pulling this up. All right, this is the big moment. There we go. While we're doing that, I'll show off our last little. Again, that's where you can chat in. That's where you can email. You can even call in if you're old-fashioned like me.